Yuan Shao the Indecisive is one of the legends printed in Portal 3 Kingdoms back in 1999. While some cards from the set like Sun Quan, Lord of Wu, Lu Zun, Scholar General, Xiao Chan, Artful Beauty, and Kong Ming, Sleeping Dragon have seen reprints in later sets and promos, Yuan Shao has never seen another reprinting. That's not because he's a bad card, quite the opposite actually, which is why today we're going to be looking at just how strong Yuan Shao the Indecisive is, and how I personally would build him with and without a budget. Yuan Shao is a pretty simple creature. He's a 5 mana 2/3 with Horsemanship, which is an old keyword ability that makes him unblockable by any creature without Horsemanship. This is actually what makes Sun Quan so good in Commander, but it isn't what makes Yuan Shao such a threat. It's actually because of his other ability. He gives creatures you control the inability to be blocked by more than one creature, which is absolutely busted with one of Red's most common keyword abilities, Menace. If you're unaware, a creature with Menace must be blocked by 2 or more creatures, but Yuan Shao's ability prevents more than one creature from blocking your creatures. This means that if a creature has Menace, it is effectively unblockable. That means that pretty useless creatures like Goldhound, Goblin Trailblazer, and Iron Shaman become deadly threats, especially when you partner them with effects like Rage Reflection, Shared Animosity, and War Effort. That's not to say you have to run all garbage, there's also plenty of really strong creatures in Red that also have Menace. Ghost Spider, Avalanche of Sector 7, Arcbound Tracker, they're all powerful threats, and making them unblockable only adds to their power. It allows support pieces like Professional Facebreaker, Trobron, Gut, and Strixhaven Stadium to more easily get value, if not straight up win you the game. That's not even mentioning the damage you can cause if you give creatures a menace. Ancient Copper Dragon, Ragavan, Itali, Tarian Mauler, Captain Lannery Storm, they're all incredibly strong creatures, but when you make them unblockable, you easily dominate the board, regardless of what your opponents are doing. Another route you can take is going wide, which is something Red knows how to do surprisingly well. The Krenkos and Squee Dubious Monarch are all incredibly efficient at producing tokens at a fast pace, but then you throw in damage multipliers like Twin Flame Tyrant, Fiery Emancipation, and Gratuitous Violence, and suddenly your army of 21 are now dealing 10 damage each. It's not even hard to give your creatures menace either. Frontier Warmonger, Goblin War Drums, and Berserker's Onslaught are all incredibly cheap ways to give your entire board menace. But you can also run cards like J. Jonah Jameson, Sticky Fingers, Nazgul Battle Mace, or Beamtown Battlestick to give individual creatures menace, as well as get extra value on your attacks. Speaking of value, you can also get even more value out of these cards when you get multiple combats each turn. Combat Celebrant is a great option if you partner it with mass untapping for extra combats like Port Razor, Bloodthirster, and Karlach Fury of Avernus, which can provide near infinite combats. The TMNT set is also adding to this loop with Raphael Tag Team Tough, but this is a little gimmicky and unreliable compared to the common choices among high-level commander players, but it's still an option when on a budget. There's plenty of other tech Yuan Shao can take advantage of, like Firebending from the Avatar Last Airbender set, which released today, but this was what I found to be the most effective use of Red's plethora of menace creatures and value pieces. Yuan Shao is likely going to be the most expensive commander I'll ever showcase in the series, as he's almost $120 on TCG Player, but that's because he's only been printed once, and on a budget, you can easily build a Yuan Shao deck for under $30 if you proxy him. For someone wanting to learn what Red is all about, I highly recommend you check out the deck lists I made for Yuan Shao in the description below. But before you do, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Lets me know that this new format is something you want to see in the future. Also, make sure you tell me what other commanders you want to see me showcase in the future. I already have next week planned, as it's another holiday episode. This time it's Thanksgiving, and we're going to be eating some soup, so stay tuned for that next week. For now, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.